Good morning. We are group 2. We choose area 7. That's not working. So there's area 7. It's mostly residential. We don't have hardly any other use than living, and we divided the living in different categories. We have T4, A, B, and C, and this is the first one at Schercherstraße.
Please don't, the titles are wrong.
Oh yeah, facades doesn't mean anything. The houses are rather small. You have some multi-family houses, some single-family houses. With, yeah, you can see hip roofs. Then T4B at Lohgartenstraße, you have a slightly bigger scale. And C, the houses are already pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
And the blocks are well separated from each other. Mm-hmm. And they're quite high as well.
Did you see some logic about the separation?
Sorry?
How the blocks had been laid out? Was there some logic? What you could discover?
I think mostly east-west.
Okay.
Here you can see we started with modeling of the different house types. This one is the smallest one in the first area. This is our second type from the Lohgartenstraße. It must be said that these houses are the newest type. Mm-hmm. They have been built quite recently, I guess. And, well, this is kind of something in the middle. It's already quite high, but not as big as those blocks from Rautistraße.
Yeah, this is the ecotext analyze. So, what I maybe have to say to this analysis, I mean, can you make the next, for like sun studies and stuff like that, it's okay, but it's quite limited because to make really accurate analysis, you should like import the topography and trees and all this geometry. For example, I mean, this church, you don't see it from everywhere because there are a lot of trees, there is a slope, and this is really not accurate actually. And as well, you have like the whole area is on a slope, so from the top it's not really easy to see the buildings.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, if you have almost a direct sight, even if there are trees, then you have something like a local identity, like a local park of a special facility. Sure. So that's actually okay. But it's good that you selected those points, yes.
Yeah, and maybe just to talk a little bit about our model, we did this. We have these transact zones like ABC, and then we have like the fourth model. I don't know if we have like T4D and T4C. Because they're both high-rise, and they're in quite the same area. But there is really a difference in the identity of the building. So we made different models for them. And then we applied rules like you have balconies on the south side and on the west side, and entries on the north side and the east side. So, and then we randomized the textures to have like a more realistic looking scene, but like the colors are quite yeah, it's like Disneyland a little bit. Didn't really have nice textures, but you can see here, for example, this is the same model, but with different textures. And City Engine applies them like by accident.
Okay, great.
And yeah, I think that's it. And I just wanted to show that because this is really amazing. You have the rendered view that you can turn.
Do you have any kind of insights from? I mean, you have now the comparison with the two former presentations. Do you think this?
Yeah, I mean,
this has a very special place in Altstetten so far?
It's not special in the way that there is like something you would go for. Well,
but more for residential living, for instance, for this typical family housing stuff?
I mean, I wouldn't change much because it's quite important for Zurich to have these areas like where you really have like only living and there's no pressure on this area by some other functions. There are a few commercial usages of the buildings, like therapy centers and stuff like that. But quite limited, luckily, because this would be dangerous to have like commercial use that is going to rent up the living space in this area.
So, what would be your two favorite points to change or enhance the area?
I don't know. I wouldn't change much, I think. Maybe
change much. Okay, good.
No, I wouldn't add like a second use. I would just continue it like that.
Okay. For instance, I mean, we have now in Zurich a lot of redensification scenarios. Do you think this could be an area where redensification could take place, or should it preserved like?
Yeah, I mean they're continuously doing. There are new constructions going on, like this area, the T4B area.
Yeah,
this is all new, and there is a slow densification, I think, of the area. But I mean, these types here, they're really like low-cost apartments, and I think they're not really social housing, but they're really low cost.
Okay.
And you can see from the people that are on the street that that's not a really rich area.
Okay. Okay.
And I think it's important to have areas like that.
Okay. Are you happy with the whole project? What you have done so far?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you get started like in the last 2 weeks. Maybe you really understand the City Engine thing. And you can do amazing stuff with it, but it takes quite a while though.
Do you think that the learning curve is too high? Or would you change something in the course?
I would maybe the whole catalog part is maybe a little bit too long.
Okay.
Sorry. No, but you don't generate new information during a long time. You just pass it by to the next. You write it down on the paper, then you fill it into the catalog, and then you fill it into the PDF presentation you're going to present.
Yes.
And this is like you're going to write twice the same information, and that's not.
Yeah. Moving one information from one place, from the real world, to some other places, and but as I said, we really try to really connect the analysis part directly with the modeling part. So that's already the modeling part.
Oh, sure. No, but I mean, it's super. The assistants were great, and like the whole City Engine tool The support was really there and was really good, and
Great.
we progressed fastly. So wasn't like very like, oh no, we don't know anything about City Engine. We have to learn it in the last few minutes.
Okay, fine. Do you think you want to? I mean, you have done stunning visualizations. Do you want to do the selective thesis?
I think so. Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
I have to do some more. Yeah.
So we have, for instance, this web-based technology where you can really load in huge models.
The reality
server,
yeah.
yes, but it is a bit stiffy in the beginning to get used to it. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
One
Do you have
question
here?
maybe, which program did you use for this export that you have the model here?
Yeah, it was quite. You exported from City Engine to OBG wavefront, and then you have like, because City Engine have a different coordinate system, you have to move the model to the to the origin of the world and place a camera in order the 3D software like Cinema. And that's the tricky part. If you know that, then it.
It's all about computer graphics.
It takes a half an hour, otherwise it takes 2 hours.
And here, which is the software you're presenting?
This is Octane.
Octane.
I didn't know it before. I think Lucas can tell you more about it. But you need fast computers.
Okay, thank you very much.